Hello again traders, doing job there from DRFX, Swing Trading Mentoring. Gonna be taking a look at the recent trades that were made in the Dukascopy competition for June and essentially use this to make a projection in terms of what is expected for the month of July. Now, the Dukascopy competition is very popular around the world and many traders use it to win cash prizes as well as to use it as an opportunity to advertise their trading skills to companies around the world. Now, the top 10 and even the top 20 finishers in this competition can receive trading prizes of up to $6,000 that will be placed in a new trading account with Dukascopy. So you can understand the incentive that many persons have to enter this competition on a regular basis in the hopes of achieving these types of prizes. So this is the objective that this is one of the reasons why I'm going to be entering this competition once again. Partly to win prizes as well as to also show you how my methodology can actually rank up there with the best in the world. Now, even though I had actually registered for June, I actually only spent the last week actually trading because the focus was on still trying to fine-tune my approach for my live account. And now that that is out of the way, I can focus now on trading more aggressively for the month of July and achieving a top 10 finish. Now, even though I only traded in the last week of June, in the last couple of days, what is significant is that I was still able to earn 199 pips from just 4 trades. So on the right hand side, you can see here that I finished in 89th position. And as you can see here on the bottom left hand side here of this chart, on the left hand side here, this is out of 802 participants in this trading competition. So in just the last week, in the last few days, I was able to, as you can see here on the right hand side, move from a position close to 800, having not traded anything, and then aggressively move into the top 100, all from just 4 trades within the last few days. So what is also significant is that this was earned without any trading losses any at all and without any negative drawdown. So as you can see here at the bottom left hand side, what this essentially means is that at no point in time was the account in a negative position. So 4 successful trades, 2 of them were fairly large pip gains, and the other 2 were on the smaller side in terms of the number of pips that they provided. So on average, we're talking about rounding this off to 200 pips from just 4 trades, an average of just 50 pips per trade. And so I think that is very significant, and it means that within a month of an average 4 weeks, the expectation is that this approach can actually provide me with a trading gain of between 800 to 1,000 pips using my strategies in a more aggressive way in this trading competition. Now here you can see the 4 trades that were made, and what you'll notice is that the actual sum of these 4 trades comes up to around 220 pips. So it's actually a little higher than the 199 pips. But the trading competition has what they call a conversion scale, where they basically convert each of your pip gains in the different currencies to an equivalent to what would have been earned on the Euro US dollar. So the Euro US dollar is sort of the base that they use to convert all your trading gains that you have made on different currency pairs, and then use that to actually give you the number of pips that you actually earned using that scale that they use. So on a live account, 120 pips is still 120 pips, and that would be equivalent to whatever rate of return that you have based on your risk profile in your live account. But in this competition, it can be less or it can be more. So 120 pips was one of the trades made, and this took place on the Euro Kiwi dollar, where I took advantage of the false breakout reversal that was heading back inside of the daily charts consolidation setup. You would have seen the video that described that trade. The one below here related to the Aussie Japanese yen, where on my live account I actually captured 60 pips from this trade, and in this competition I close it later on for a trading gain of 53 pips. And the last two trades here that were made this week provided a gain of 35 pips overnight from the pound New Zealand dollar, as well as later on in the day from the US Swiss franc to provide me with a trading gain of 19 pips. So just 4 trades were enough to provide a trading gain of over 200 pips. And so essentially what this is saying is that with this type of continued approach over the next couple of weeks for the month of July, a top 10 finish is even more likely with more of these types of trades that provide these types of pip gains. Now, the common thread throughout all of these trades and throughout all the trades that you will expect to see from my methodology is that all of them are based on consolidation setups that are formed on the daily charts and the 4-hour charts. Across the currency market and across all time frames, you will see that the market will either form a range consolidation setup or a pennant consolidation setup. Pennants have 3 forms depending on the angle of the resistance and the support boundary formed, whereas with range consolidation setups, these are formed with horizontal boundaries of both resistance and support. So the trading opportunities that have been provided by the market and that are likely to continue to be provided are going to take the form of movements within consolidation that provide us with trading opportunities to trade between these boundaries, as well as false breakout reversals where the market attempts to start a breakout at one end and then reverses back inside of the consolidation. Now, as examples of false breakout reversals that you will see are where the market will provide double bottoms or double top formations just outside of the boundary following a failed breakout attempt, and this will usually lead to fast movements back inside of the consolidation. Another type of signal that usually leads to fast reversals is ABC signal, as well as small consolidation setups that can also be formed outside of the main larger consolidation setup. So these are the 3 examples of candlestick formations that usually lead to false breakout reversals and are very common when it comes to trading consolidation setups. Now, it is very important as we trade consolidations to be aware of the types of candlestick formations that provide the greatest chance of providing us with a successful trade. Double bottoms and double tops, as I mentioned earlier, are very common when it comes to both false breakout reversals as well as the start of movements within consolidations. ABC signals are also very common, especially when it comes to false breakout reversals. Morning stars, evening stars, these are more common in smaller consolidation setups. Tweezer bottoms and tweezer tops are not necessarily signals that we use to actually start a movement, but they generally indicate the start of a reversal, which is then followed by stronger signals in the form of double bottoms, double tops, or morning stars and evening stars. Bullish engulfing candlestick formations and bearish engulfing candlestick formations are also very popular when it comes to movements in consolidation. So once these signals are strong enough, they normally provide strong movements as well. But the ones that generally lead to the fastest movements are double bottoms, double tops, as well as ABC signals. So assuming that the market continues to provide me with trading opportunities that it has as similar to the ones that have been provided this week as well as in the last several weeks and months, I should be able to reach a top 10 and possibly even higher within the top 10 or the top 3 to capture a trading gain, to capture one of these trading prizes. And along with that, I would be continuing to trade on my live account as well, and to add to the positive trend in trading gains that have been realized so far since my new trading approach started in February. So I'm expected to build on these gains that have been realized so far. 13 trades with only 4 of them being losses. And so this is expected to continue the positive trend since February to add to this current rate of return of 16%. The 14% target has already been hit, and the expectation is that for the month of July, together with that top 10 and or top 3 prize from the Dukascopy competition, to also hit the 30% mark on my live trading account. So the main technical theories that are applied and that are relevant for trading on the currency market, the ones that are most popular that the market will provide in terms of opportunities, are ranges and pennant consolidation setups on the daily chart. We'll either be trading false breakup reversals or normal trades and normal trends as the market moves between resistance and support. As I said before, double bottoms, double tops, ABC signals and engulfing candlestick signals are the most common signals that you will see that provide us with the best trading opportunities. And of course, on average, in sync with my trading approach, with my combined trading strategies, trading opportunities will generally require holding periods of between 24 hours or sometimes up to 2 days. So a very short holding period for these trades, which will provide us with fast turnover, allowing us to move quickly from one trade to another, and so allowing us to maximize on one opportunity and to quickly look for another opportunity to take advantage of it, sometimes the next day or within the next couple of days. So what are the main conclusions that we can derive from this short performance in the Dukascopy competition for June and on my live account so far? Essentially what it's showing is that with only 4 trades made in the trading competition, I was able to capture a 200 pip trading gain and easily finish in the top 100 out of 800 traders in this competition. And all of this was done within just a few days. With more trading opportunities being taken in July, a top 10 or a top 3 finish is even more likely. And it's also showing that with only a handful of high probability trades on the daily chart, on the 4-hour chart, it is possible to achieve strong rates of return on a live account in a very short period of time, win cash prizes of up to $6,000 in just 4 weeks. And because of the public and the popular nature of the trading competition, you're going to be also able to be visible to fellow retail traders, as well as the prop firms and CTAs worldwide who are looking for very good traders as well. So there's absolutely no reason to not trade in this way, where we're basically taking advantage of the best setups on the daily chart, on the 4-hour chart, that are best provided by candlestick formations. Candlestick formations, once they're identified correctly, and once we identify the trading opportunities that they are providing us, they can provide us with significant trading gains with a high probability of success, with very low chances of losses taking place along the way. So let's see what takes place in the month of July, and of course you're gonna be kept in touch. I'm gonna keep you abreast of what is happening in terms of these trades with trade results and trading videos along the way.